have a vision that we can contribute to the development of Vietnam into society and bring it to the next level in the future. And our short mission is to be to dominate the market in internet market in Vietnam 2015. So some milestone of the VC Corp. We are the first mover in Vietnam Net in social media in 2000. Online news in 2002, which is more than 10 years ago. E-commerce in 2002, mobile content in 2005, and ads network in 2006. And currently we are the market leader in the four main sectors: online news and media, games and digital content, ads network and e-commerce. We have two strategic investors, the IDG Ventures Vietnam in 2007 and Intel Capital in 2012. There's some market coverage information. We have this number from last year. We have 31 million internet users, which is about more than 90% of Vietnam internet population. We have 16 million mobile users, 12 million e-commerce visitors, and latest network in Vietnam with most of the top tier publishers. VC Corp have more than 10,000 online and mobile advertisers and more than 100,000 small business merchants on our platform. And we have more than 20 leading products in most of the important verticals in Vietnam. So what you see, VC Corp is an ecosystem. We are very unique in Vietnam. We are the only company have a complete ecosystem that provides service to all of the users in Vietnam. The ecosystem comes from content distribution to e-commerce. Digital content network. So these four things that we do: online news, ad network, and e-commerce, and games digital content. This is a listing of our products in all the area. Continue. So it's a very boring presentation, so I will talk myself. This is some brief introduction. But I think because I started the business 13 years ago, when the internet first came to Vietnam. So the growth of VC Corp is in pair with the Vietnam internet story. So I tell my story first. So in 2000, I was a student at the Hanoi Technology University. And at that year, people use internet with a small modem. We have 14.4 kilobits per second, very slow. And internet come to Vietnam at that time. We only have about 300,000 internet users, whole country. And when I was a student, I started the first Vietnam online forum. We call it Vietnam Online. It's Vietnam Intelligent Online. And it became very quickly the #1 website in forum in Vietnam. And 1 year later, I was graduated from the university with the top mark, and I have a scholarship to go to France to have a PhD. And I have to choose between having a PhD that come back with a very honor in the eyes of the society, or stay in Vietnam doing something that people don't know what is that internet, and have no future. So I have to choose between two of that. And all my parents, cousins, teachers encouraged me to go to have a PhD. No one encouraged me to stay here, to stay in Vietnam. But I have to choose because I have a gut feeling that what I do will be very potential. I don't know how potential it is. And also it's a hobby. It's not a hobby, it's a passion. I want to make something for a lot of people, millions of people. And internet is the only way to do that. So I have to make a very tough, a very hard decision. I decided to stay in Vietnam, to continue the non-profit website. And I see no way to get money back. I have to spend money to hire a server in the US, and spend money to hire people to do something for me. I have to make some software to sell, to fit the online forum. But that decision is make my parents really angry. You know, to the point that every day when I and my parents stay at the table and eat every day, the first sentence they said that it's better to go to French. So as the first month, I try to explain what is internet, what is its potential, what I feel. My parents said that even you are successful, you're just a businessman, you can become a businessman. But in 2000, in Vietnam, businessman is still a bad word. Businessman is something that cheating, on the street. So even with success, you come someone here with I think Mr. Big, they know the generation, the last generation. They think before 2000, they think businessman is not good. So even if success in businessman, but if you go abroad, you have a PhD professor, you come back very honored by everyone. So why do you study here? So after 1 month, I tried to explain, but my parents cannot understand. So my strategy is when my parents called me to start the eating, the dinner, I went their first sentence, go abroad is better. So I start eating very fast. So in 3 minutes, I finish the meal. Then I come up to my room. So no talk. Yeah. So in 1 year, I don't talk with my parents. I don't eat. Right. Now I eat very fast. That's the. So now I'm eating very fast. If someone go eat with me, cannot beat me on that because of that 1 year. But after 1 year, what happened is the online forum has become very popular in Vietnam. And in Vietnam at that time, 2001, we have the Vietnam IT competition. I bring the forum to the competition. And that competition is live on the TV on the first day of the year. So everyone watches the TV. So I won the first prize. So my parents feel better. That story is not ending.
What do you think?
Okay. So 1 year later, in 2002, when I wake up in the morning, I read the newspaper, 10-year newspaper. I said that the Ministry of Culture decided to shut down my website because it violates the law. I don't know what's violation. I have to shut it down. But I come to ask the ministry. They said that the forum is too freedom. Vietnam is a communist country. You cannot talk about politics online. But the forum is too freedom. I don't know who you are, but if something like that, I have to shut it down. So I have to shut down the website and also shut down the company. Because in Vietnam, if you are shut down with the government, you look like a criminal. Yeah. Someone don't know what I do, but they see that the government shut down my website, so I say do some bad. So I shut down the first website of my first company. And I think that there's still many potential. So I start my second company, second website and what I do is the first online news in Vietnam, first private company that do online news in Vietnam. And after 2 years, it's become very successful in terms of traffic. We have 1 million traffic visit every day, and becomes the #1 website news in Vietnam. And I start to make money. I intend to make money because I have to borrow a lot from my cousins to invest in my second company. But one morning I wake up again, and I see that the government decided to shut down my website. Why? What's the reason? You know, the reason is that in Vietnam, a private company cannot own a newspaper. In Vietnam, knows the law. Private company can own a newspaper. It's a very political thing to own. And there's no law for the online newspaper. But at that time, because my website has become very popular, they consider it's a very influential newspaper. So I cannot control the newspaper. I'm just 24 years old, and I cannot control the very influenced newspaper. So they shut me down again. So I make no money yet. So a lot of debt come to me. I have a lot of debt, a bad reputation, because I break the law again. So I choose to not stop there. I start my third company. I had to start another company. I start my third company. That company, I think I will not do anything with the internet too much. So maybe because there is something very new, the government don't understand me. So I started my first company as the first private company in Vietnam that do mobile value-added services, a ringtone logo or something like that. And that company becomes successful very quick because we are the first company, private company to do that in Vietnam, and the demand is sometimes very high. So we become very financially success. But after 2 years, I was kicked out by the investor. This is my third bankrupt. The investor don't like me anymore because maybe I'm too bold to work with. It's too hard to work with. And so I had to. I think it's my third bankrupt. So I head out of the company and think what to do next. And people tell me that Thắng is not good for Vietnam. You do many things too soon. Or you are too tough to work with, you are thinking too far ahead. So no one can work with you. Please go abroad to do something in the US is better for you. But I think that in Vietnam, still as a starting point, many potential is there. The population is, the internet population is growing very fast. And people need good services, innovative services. So I decided to start my third company, my fourth company. It's a VC Corp. It's a company like this. Now we have, and I started the company with my old college. And at that time it's about 10 people. Until 2007, we meet IDC, with Henry from IDC. And after 4 years, we expand our business to most of the opportunities in Vietnam, like news and media, online advertising, e-commerce, and games. And now VC Corp have 1,900 people, with the growth rate of revenue is 60% for the last 3 years. And that's, I think, it's not just a happy ending, it's just a continuous story. I don't know if that happened again one morning. But now I'm here, this morning is very good morning. Thank you very much.
Online application for the Vietnamese to file and to declare and file personal income tax. Can I have the next slide, please? Since I have just 5 minutes, so I'm gonna be pretty quick. Firstly, I'm gonna introduce the current landscape of tax preparation and filing in Vietnam. Secondly, we'll be in the pictures where we are, who are our customers, and our products, our competitive advantage, the market prospect, and lastly, our capital raising plan. Next one. Okay, so here is the current pictures of personal income tax declaration in Vietnam. For the taxpayers, I'm talking here just the personal income tax, it's not every type of taxes. You can go to two processes. One is a manual process and the other one is an automated one. For the manual process, the taxpayer just go directly to the tax authorities, do all the filing and payment. For the automated process, there are two key services. Firstly, the tax return preparation, and secondly, the e-filing. For the supporting services, we also have online payment and e-signatures. In these pictures, we perceive that tax return preparation is the most value-added services, and we would like to provide these services for the users. Next slide, please. Okay. So here in these four sub-services, we identify the players in each of the chains, and we are here in the third chain, tax return preparations. Besides us, Khai Thuế Trực Tuyến.vn, there are two others players. Firstly, the TR24, they have a tax online system, and the other one is the government tax department. They provide free softwares. Okay? So, next slide, please. This is the screenshots of our homepage. We have two groups of customers. Firstly, the individuals, and secondly, the corporates. For the individual, we offer three packages. For just the basic packages for people who have one source of incomes, let's say salaries. The second package is the investment if people have other incomes other than the salaries. And the third package is for small businesses. Okay. And for the corporate package, we provide the accountant or the human resources personnel to do the personal income tax declaration for their staffs. Okay. So the advantage, the competitive advantage of our products, how we differentiate from the other two competitors, is that we are proud to be the only one players that have an online, a web-based application, while the other two projects are desktop-based software. Okay, so for can go back please. Okay, so for web-based application, the benefit is quite obvious. Okay, there is no hassle for user to download or upgrade, and because you know this is tech-related, so there will be a lot of changes, and all of the changes we can implement at the back, and the client, the user, don't need to worry. It's easy for access, and it's also improved the collaboration. I would like to elaborate a bit more on the collaboration. For the corporate package, we allow the employees of the companies to also, fill in the information together with accountant and HR. So it's not just the job of the HR to do the tax declaration and filing. It's also the job of every employees in the company. And by that, we improve the collaboration and productivities at the companies. The second advantage is the intuitive graphical interface with a lot of supports. Next slide, please. Okay, here's I give just a comparisons between the two snapshots. On the left-hand side is our web page, and on the other one is the free application from the tax authorities. And this is the screen for the user to declare who are the dependents, and they can get tax deductible for the dependents. Here we have a lot of intuitive graphics and a lot of quick Q&A for the clients. And on the other hand, the free one from the tax authorities is just a boring, simple form, and you have to figure out by yourself who can be the dependents. Right? Next slide. So this is the initial customer acceptance. We have now more than 1,500 indeed. Okay, my time is running out. So just quickly that so far the revenues is still very minimal, and we think what is the constraint that delay the growth is firstly that the delay of personal income tax enforcement by the government, but we think that that's going to change very soon with the implementation of the IT infrastructures, and also the government have to collect more taxes, so they have to file away. Okay. And secondly, the low price strategy of the main competitors. We have $1 million investment from one of the investment firm about 3 years ago. But we think that that's with right marketing and customer experience, we can beat them. Next. Okay, since I'm running out of time already. So for the capital raising plan, if any investor would feel that this is a potential project, you can we can talk later.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is such an honor for me to be on stage today to introduce about our company. And actually, while I'm doing my presentation, can you just keep moving the slide and until it reaches the slide 13 and stop there, can you please? My name is Ken Loon. I'm the Business Development Manager at Huangwei Trading Service and Constructions Company, established in 1994. We are proudly one of the largest sand supplier for Singapore for the land reclamation projects since 2007. And we have been supplying more than 20 million cubic meter of sand constructions for JDC projects, such as the Tuas Storms. Actually, today I would like to introduce to everyone about one of our major projects. It's called the Red Mud Recycling Projects. Can you move to the next slide, please? The slide 13. Next one. Next one. Yeah, this one. We all heard about the bauxite projects in Vietnam, which has been strongly criticized for its environmental problems, pollutions for the red mud. What is red mud? Red mud is an industrial waste product from the aluminum process, which is being dumped on big red mud stacks all over the world for 100 years with no solutions. We have joint venture with our Paratech Global, a US company which has the patent on recycling red mud on more than 24 countries in the world, who has aluminum refinery, including Vietnam. Which is in Vietnam, we have the Lam Dong aluminum refinery in central Vietnam. So our work is to make red mud become environmentally friendly by neutralizing its pH level down to 7, which equal to distilled water. And also extracting sodium hydroxide from the red mud and turn into normal soil. So red mud become normal soil. And we can use as a construction material, and then we return the sodium hydroxide back to the refinery. By recycling red mud, we not only solve the environmental problem, but also make it economic feasibility by recovering its valuable minerals, such as the 10% aluminum hydroxide left in the red mud, and the sodium hydroxide and the iron oxide, which is very valuable to help offset the cost for the aluminum refinery. Currently, we are looking for 100 million US dollars investment to build one of the first red mud recycling plant in the world for Vietnam, with the capacity of recycling 1.2 million tons of red mud per year. Our estimated recycling cost for red mud recycling is around $40 per ton, and this makes annual revenues about 50 million US dollars per year and create annual net income of 20 million US dollars. We are hoping to receive support from your investors to make this project a success and become sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up, I'd like to invite.
I'm the last one. Not yet. Oh, sorry.
This is the second last one.
I'm Michael. I'm coming from VSC Vietnam, a mobile game production. So I come from mobile production. So I would like to ask you one question. Who owns the smartphone? Please raise your hand. Who owns at least one smartphone? Oh, a lot. Okay. VSC focus on product game online for game and game online for smartphone, especially Android and iOS. So I start. Please. Next. Next. I'm gonna tell you about something you don't know about Vietnam market mobile. We have population 90 million, mobile subscriber 160 million. But the actually monthly active user is about 45 million. Why? Because in Vietnam you can easily to buy a SIM without ID, just not like Singapore or US. Next please. The top three total revenue last year, telco is about $10 billion. Next. 66% of mobile users play game on mobile, and 69% of them under 25. They are so young. They extremely like playing game. In Vietnam, more than 50% revenue belong to card game. This is like poker Texas Hold'em, and poker Hong Kong. And the second one is casual game. It's just like Candy Crush Saga. The third is strategy game, and the fourth is social game. They love good graphic, easy to play, install, free to play. Willing to pay. Next please. And you can see the growing rate of smartphone in Vietnam last year. We are top 2 of the world. Next please. One success story. After 5 years, Mekong Capital secured 11 times higher. Next please. And some our collect about mobile Android device sale per month by retailer. This number 1 is Mobile World, Vietnam with Kim, Điện Máy, and Chennai. Next please. In Vietnam, Android smartphone is cheaper day by day. The best seller in vietmai.com is Johnny Pocket. The price under $50. Very, very cheap. Okay. Next. I can bring 5 reasons why I told that the mobile market is still early stage and a lot of opportunity for a small studio game just like us. Number 1, the employee in the gaming industry is rising rapidly. Users love to know and new technology and willing to pay. Distribution, infrastructure, payment system are all ready. And the government support IT company pre-stock in first 3 years. Next please. The number 1 game of our company is Night Play. It's a casual game. It's a virtual casino game. Next please. You can try it Android right now. The second one is Night Game. Night Game is a collection of 100 copyright game. We sell it on supermarket, mobile supermarket, just like Thế giới di động, Điện Máy. Next please. The third one is Night Film. It means night movie. Is watching online movie portal. Next please. I want to talk something about my coming soon product. I think that it is innovative product. Next please. Our product launching plan. We are not unstoppable production. Next please. Sorry, it's not my slide. Not my real slide. Next please. And about my company, we established last year, and I and my colleagues have 7 and 9 years experience in gaming and design game online. We invested $200,000 until now, and we have employee about 20. Next please. Something about revenue and profit after 4 months. Next. This is my contact, so feel free to contact with me. Thank you very much. Our company is. I just received to attend just 5 days, so I don't have much time to prepare for information. But I think I will share some information about our company and our market. This is our story. Next. Right now we have two websites. First is VuinBook.com. Right now it's a leading online bookstore, and then we have Hotbill.vn as leading Groupon website in Vietnam. We start 2004. At that time, the ADSL just come to Vietnam. So some e-commerce. We are one of the first e-commerce companies to start 2004, and we do very hard education for the customer how to buy online, and we very inclusive. People come to the company, we don't see order. We persuade the customer, go to the website and order, and we serve. And 2007, IDG invest to the company, and 2010 we become a leading online bookstore. And here right now we have 300 customer, 50 book titles, and VinaBook received many awards in Vietnam. Next. And 2010, we nearly lack of money from IDC Invest, which is still $5,000 in the bank. How we can survive? And then, yes, thank you. And then, Groupon come to Vietnam. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky Groupon to go to Vietnam, and we opened the Hot Deal 2010, and the first orders we sold 2,000 vouchers in the first order, and we grow very fast. 2011, and right. In Vietnamese and people in China have Vietnam has a big program, Groupon company, nhóm mua, hạt tiêu mua chung and co-mua, and we are one of them. People say hot deal is second largest in Vietnam, and nhóm mua is the biggest in Vietnam. But after nhóm mua crisis, maybe people say we are a leading company, but I recognize the rules in doing business in Vietnam. I wouldn't say you. The rule is I recognize the birds flying in the sky. Many birds fly in the sky. The first bird fly, and we are the second fly, and we use a few energy, and the first use very hot energy. I will heard nhóm mua spend over $10 million to be a leading company, but I use a little bit money to become a second. So okay, right now how do you have 1.3 customer use at least one order from us? So plus 1.3 and 300 customer from VinaBook. We have 3.6 customer buying at least one orders from us. So it means 1/3 of the Singapore citizen. I don't know from maybe 4 million. So I'm proud. We proud about this. Yeah. Of course, one top website in Vietnam next. And what next? So
I tell you we have passed. We have experience from Vinobook.com and Hotdeal.vn. We have recognized some rules to challenge in the e-commerce, and we proud to have nice experience in e-commerce. And what next? We are just launching YesGo.vn, the hotel booking. We are confident to become a leading in this industry in next year or next 2 years. Because we have experience from travel deal in hot deals. And next, we will launching some months later online fashion retailer. We inspired from ASOS in Europe and Venco from China, and we think we will do it. Why we can do it? Yeah, we have 9 years experience, 500 inspired employees, and top industry products. We right now we inspire people. We are bring spirit of mountain lion, like a Singapore lion. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.
Profit initiative to support entrepreneurs. Could you go to? We aim to be, we actually founded in 2012 December, and we aim to be the not-for-profit initiative to support entrepreneurs. And at the moment, we are based in Hanoi. And at the moment, I'm just going to go very fast because I think everyone here is hungry and they want to go on the break. We have 4 initiatives, which is Hash Open, the BIRD, which stands for Business Intelligence Resources Directory, the Hash Fair, and the next. Hash Fair, we aim to do this, to organize this in December 13 and 14, 2030, which is the end of this year. And at the moment, we are looking for financial and technical support to organize this. Unfortunately, our website, fair.hash.vn, is not ready yet. It will be released in the middle of August, but we hope that maybe you can go to our website and maybe we can introduce more about this event. And Hash Open is actually the networking, weekly talk event which we organize every week. And so far we have organized about 23 Hash Open already. And each time we receive about 30 to 40 people attending our coffee talk. And also within Hash Open we also have a networking event for every month. And here's just one of the photos. And it's a bird which is one of the initiatives that we are working on, and hopefully by the end of August we can introduce this resource directory for startup. Can you go next? Is also bird. Next slide, please. Next slide. And the final thing is HashNet, which we are also working on. It's a co-working space for startups, so that you can come and you can have an office to work in. So thank you very much for and have a